Champions Cup is back underway this Friday. It's going to be Saturday over here in NZ. But just the one game to get us cracking before there's a big bunch of games over the weekend proper. But the first one is Northampton at home to Racing 92. I get to wear French jerseys again. Club jerseys. I haven't really been keeping an eye much on the top 14 this season, other than the odd kind of look at the log, the table. So, all I know about Racing this season is that they've been a wee bit disappointing. On the board, you can see their record, 6 wins, 6 losses. And I think 4 of their maybe last 5 games have been defeats. So, seemingly not in the best place at the moment are the guys from Racing 92. 8th. Is probably below expectations by quite some way. Whereas Northampton, who thankfully this year have been actually week in, week out keeping an eye on the Premiership, Northampton they've been pretty good. They did have like a small blip about a month ago, maybe, where they kind of lost a couple of games on the bounce, but for the most part, they've really been looking pretty sharp and quite a fun team to watch. They are 6-3, 6 wins, 3 losses, which is good enough for third in the Premiership at the moment. So, should be a pretty interesting one. I did read that apparently Northampton have never beaten Racing 92, but they haven't played for bloody ages. I think it was 2015 since these teams last met. So, if that's true, then that's kind of all irrelevant, really. And that's one of the good things about the Champions Cup, I guess, is that you do see teams who haven't played each other that much kind of get to have a go. So, we'll get to the squads quickly and then the predictions. But Northampton, pretty stable from the squad that beat Bath a week ago. Auterac comes in to start at loose head. Matavesi and Painter, the other front rowers. Ribbans and Ratuniyarawa there in the second row. Ratuniyarawa is up from the bench. So a big kind of physical presence there. Wilkins, Ludlam, and Augustus, who has been, in pretty good try-scoring form for the Saints. He's there at number 8, man. And I mentioned it in the Premiership videos. He's really, he's looked good, but never kind of at that next level with the Stormers. But maybe he's just enjoying the Premiership life. I don't know why, but he seems to be really playing a step above what we saw of him back when he was in South Africa. Sometimes that happens, man. I don't know what it is. Change of scenery, change of coaching, change of team, whatever it is, it can't seem to help. So there you go. Mitchell, I think, was named Premiership Player of the Month, is there at 9 alongside Dan Biggar, so pretty steady as she goes. He's been a bit of an excitement machine in recent times, setting up all kinds of tries, so you need to kind of keep an eye on him. Dingwall and Proctor at 12-13, so Proctor's back in after a bit of an injury layoff. Freeman and Skosan been getting some wee tries. Skosan is another one, since coming over from South Africa, has absolutely just taken to the Premiership like a duck to water. And then Furbank is there at fullback. So, pretty stable lineup. Not a heck of a lot of changes, just a little bit there. You got Fish on the bench. Sleightholme's there. Hutchinson's there. Lomani. It's a pretty strong looking Northampton side. For Racing, they've certainly got some big guns in the back line. When you've got a back line that looks like Machino and Russell at 9-10. I think Russell didn't play last week, so he's back in. You've got Fiku and Vakatawa at 12 and 13. Fiku likewise then back into the squad. Toma, Imhoff, and Beale as your back line. That is just a phenomenal, phenomenal back line. But you do need to win the game up front. And as I said, I haven't been watching the top 14, so I'm not quite sure what has been the deal with their season. But I'm going to suggest that with the backline of that, maybe the forwards haven't been doing the business. I don't know. You guys do leave me some insights as to what's been going on with the top 14. Gogiashvili, Bobujni, and that pronunciation's been butchered, and Oz. That's the front row. Luke Jones and LaRue. The second row, so Bernard LaRue comes back into the squad. Was he on the bench? Well, I think he was maybe out of the 23 last week. I did check the 23s. I don't think I saw his name from their kind of disappointing loss against Cast last week where they only got 3 points. But it's a good guy to have back. Speaking of kind of a big physical presence, he's a big physical unit of a man. Lorette, Diallo, and Tanga are the back rowers. So, there certainly seems to be a fair chunk of talent. I'm not sure what's the deal going on with their season, But yeah, it could be quite a few things. Shah is there on the bench. Benaru, Gomez-Sa, so there's heaps of kind of international talent there. Shuzanu, Chavonsi, Talfa Fanua, that's Donovan. Yeah, man, there's a lot of talent on both these sides. So this one, I think, in terms of an opener, seems to be a pretty good way to get the Champions Cup underway, because two sides in differing veins of form, but maybe Racing in terms of the European prestige in recent years have certainly had the edge over Northampton. I don't even think Northampton were in the Champions Cup last year, right? They were in the Challenge Cup. So, yeah, it is at Franklin's Gardens this Friday, which is again Saturday for me. 8 o'clock, so it's kind of a relatively late kickoff. Mike Adamson from Scotland is the ref. Yeah. Predictions-wise, it's pretty close. The bookies have got Racing by 1 point. So again, maybe that bit of European pedigree counting for more than current form in their domestic competition. The rugby forecast algorithm is pretty similar in that it says Racing by 2. But yeah, in terms of domestic form, it is certainly Northampton all the way. Hopefully there's a good crowd for that one, and yeah, just a good game overall. That Racing backline is certainly worth the price of admission, and as I said, the Premiership has been benefiting from some really good play from Northampton in recent weeks. They cut Bath to bits last week, scored a load of tries. Skosan, the backs are scoring a lot of tries as well. So I mean, Augustus as well. But yeah, been fun. So yeah, you guys let me know your thoughts on this one. How do you reckon it's going to go? It is just the opening one for the weekend until we get into a kind of whole flurry of games. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. If you want England Rugby gear, England Rugby Store is doing their 12 Days of Christmas sale. So I'll put a link in the description there, then affiliate of the channel. If you want to pick up something for Christmas, you're running out of time. But yeah, you better get it done. All right, you guys take care. I'll talk to you soon. See you later.